Welcome back to another fabulous range of holiday ideas from Cruise1st. We are the nation's #1 choice for huge adventures around the world, locking in exclusive savings and offers today to get the biggest value out of your holiday. And we've been doing it for nearly 25 years. And in that time, cruising has changed completely. So maybe it's time to take your first cruise or see the holiday that you've needed for some time arrive right here on your screens. I've got some fabulous offers coming your way where we cruise closer to our own shores. First though, let's find out more about the joys and ease of taking a cruise holiday.
When you choose to cruise, you'll experience one of the best value holidays with so much included as standard. Your floating resort will take you to multiple destinations in one trip, where you'll wake up to a new view every day and only have to unpack once. Your ensuite accommodation will have everything you need to feel right at home, with a daily servicing provided by your personal cabin steward. Around the ship, you'll have the opportunity to take part in various activities, which can include quizzes, dance classes, game shows, movie screenings, lectures, and much more. If that sounds too much, then feel free to relax, unwind, and watch the world go by in a solarium, or around one of the pools, or even in a hot tub. If you're cruising as a family, then the little ones will be well taken care of, with a range of kids clubs available for all ages from morning till late. Plus, no matter what the age, everyone can have a thrilling time with rock climbing walls, zip lines, water parks, skating, simulators, and even bumper cars. When it comes to food, you'll never go hungry on a cruise, with options available right around the clock. Enjoy fine dining with waiter service in one of the main restaurants, or opt for something more casual in the self-service buffet. There's always snacks and room service available too. And as the sun goes down, that's when the ship really comes to life. Every evening, you'll be spoilt for choice when it comes to entertainment. From Broadway-style shows in the lavish theatre to live music, comedy, karaoke, and silent discos, as well as onboard nightclubs, allowing you to dance the night away. So if you want more holiday for less money, make sure you choose to cruise.
Yeah, it's brilliant, isn't it? It just looks lovely. It's so effortless when you get on board. It's a real joy. There are so many reasons to get your plans in place right now too, because we have low deposits available, so you can get something in the diary to look forward to. Let's get started then, shall we, with a really popular choice for cruisers in the UK. In fact, the top choice for those people trying a first-time sail away. It's up to the gorgeous fjords of Norway, breathtaking scenery and some of the most gorgeous views you'll ever see. Now, we're joining MSC Virtuosa for this first cruise, sailing from Southampton on the 10th of May next year. This is just a perfect choice. I mean, MSC Virtuosa, you'll have heard us talk about her many, many times on the channel. I make no apologies for that. She's a wonderful, wonderful ship. She's been around the UK shores for a good few years, and she'll be with us for a good few years as well. It feels like we've got her to ourselves. She's doing a number of sailings throughout the season next year, and you can search them all on our website, of course, at cruise1st.tv. and she's a wonderful ship, especially if you've never cruised before, because, you know, sometimes you have that picture in your mind of what a cruise will be, and the reality is totally and completely different. In fact, if you think about it, I mean, I'm just trying to think about the other choices you might make versus a cruise. So you might take one of those kind of forest escapes where you stay in a lodge and, you know, there are activities there, or you might rent a holiday cottage, something like that. If you think about those holidays, they're great, don't get me wrong, I've done many of them myself, but the difference between that and a cruise is that the cruise takes care of so much. There's so much included while you're on board. Like, all of your dining is sorted, so you don't have to go out shopping for your own food. You don't have to book up restaurants, etc., etc. It's all there for you. The other thing is, if you've got differing interests, and I think, you know, lots of people, the secret to a long and happy, you know, courtship, togethership, marriage, whatever it might be, is the fact that you've got your own interests as well. There are things that you like to do that are just for you. So that might be escaping to the pub. That was good timing, wasn't it? For a cheeky pint, and maybe to, you know, see the sports that are going on, you know, on around the world, because that's all on the cruise as well for you. And the other one of you might fancy, you know, a bit of pamper time down at the spa, maybe some exercising, maybe a bit of spinning or something like that, or maybe just getting away from everything and just picking a lounger, sticking your earphones in and reading a good book. And a cruise really does, you know, it kind of opens up your world completely. There's never any dead spots during the day. And then, of course, you've got the bonus of all of these ports that you're going to. Of course, we mentioned before, Trish mentioned just a moment ago, actually, in terms of your stateroom where you'd sleep at night and enjoy the facilities there, someone comes and looks after that every day for you, so you don't have to clean up behind you, which is a really lovely thing. It means that you don't have those kind of, you know, why did you leave that there kind of conversations. You can really get away and enjoy your holiday. And even though there are things like Wi-Fi on board, so you can completely and utterly, you can keep in touch if you want to, essentially people know you're on holiday, so you can kind of disappear off the grid for a little bit, and that, I think, is a true test of a real holiday as well. You're not constantly looking at your phone, checking the news, you know, checking what's going on Facebook and things like that. You know, you're enjoying being in the moment on your holiday. So let's have a look at where this cruise is going then. Out of Southampton, no flight, and we're up into Norway, into Haugesund first. Beautiful, land of the Vikings here. You can have some really authentic experiences here. St. Olav's Church here is absolutely beautiful. And then the sail between these places is just stunning. It really is. You're eye to eye with the scenery. Next, we're into Malloy, where you can take a driving tour on Stadlandet to the West Cape. It's Norway's westernmost viewpoint, which is very nice, and you can enjoy the views over the Atlantic there. Back into Fjordland, one of my favourite ports ever, which is Flam, with the famous railway which goes up to Hjosfossen with the wonderful waterfall halfway up, and a secret I'm never going to tell you. I haven't told you in 15 years on the telly, and I'm not about to, but it's wonderful and you've got to see it for yourself. Then we go into Kristiansand. There are nature museums here. Perfect time to go, of course, in May as well, as everything's starting to bloom. Wonderful botanical gardens here to enjoy. Then we have our final day on the cruise at sea, which is wonderful. You can just relax, enjoy everything there is on the ship before we come back into Southampton. So you can see now why I'm saying this is a perfect first timers cruise. Absolutely brilliant. And it's the perfect location as well, because it's not far from the UK. You get some really nice weather up in Norway as well. I know you think Norway, everyone thinks cold, don't they? And listen, I'm not going to promise you a week full of blazing sunshine, but you do get some fair weather at this time of the year, and it's a perfect time to see all the waterfalls in full flow as well. It's brilliant. So wait till I show you the price tag. Honestly, it's ridiculous. So this is for May next year, a week of full board cruising. Remember, that's your dining, that's so much included while you're on board, including your tips as well. You don't have any extra tips to pay on MSC Virtuosa, and you're going, of course, up to the Norwegian fjords. Deposit today for this offer is just £100 each. So if you were booking a holiday cottage or a coach holiday, or, you know, one of those forest escape kind of holidays, you'd be paying a deposit probably more than that, wouldn't you? So £100 each deposit today for next May, and your price tag for the week away, you'll be fed, you'll be entertained, you've got the wonderful pools, you've got the lounges, you've got so much included, no extra tipping. £529 per person, which is amazing. Now, if you just want to top this off nicely and sort out the budgeting truly, how about adding the premium extra drinks package? It's great. So you literally walk around with your cruise card every time you get a drink from the bar, and it's unlimited, by the way, but drink responsibly, one at a time, please. You just tap your card on the thing, and because you've got your drinks package, it's not going onto your account for when you get off the cruise at the very end. So if you want to do that, it's a reduced price tag right now. If you do it while you book, £29 per person per night, which is just brilliant. So 7 3s 21, it's just over £200 to go completely all-inclusive with the drinks package. It is worth it. Now, this cruise, by the way, that's the price for the 10th of May, but there are other dates for the cruise as well. So you can also go a week later on the 17th of May. There's also the 21st of June, and also the 23rd and the 30th of August next year. Now, you can put low deposits down on all of those dates, and if you want the price for the other dates, just call the team on 0800 953 4700. Now, if it is your first cruise and you really want to treat yourself and upgrade, let's check out the prices for that, because you'll find out it won't be a lot more at all. Yeah, look at that. So another 169 to go to your ocean view, which of course gives you a view of the ocean, as the name kind of suggests. Then you've got the balcony upgrade there, which is wonderful. So you've got the doors that you open, and you've got your table and chairs out on the balcony. It feels a cut above. It's a lovely thing to do. It's nice if you wake up in the middle of the night, you can just go out and see what the ocean is doing, breathe in the fresh air. And it's also nice to go and have breakfast out on your balcony and things like that. It's lovely. We've got a solo price there on the screen for you as well. We try and include those wherever we can, because we know a lot of people do choose to cruise solo, and the prices are getting better and better and better. And in fact, if you're looking for the best deal of solo prices, again, talk with one of our team, because then they will sort of go through all of the offers, because they know where the hot solo prices are, so they'll find them for you. So in this show, we are cruising close to home, near to our own shores, and now we've got the chance for a cheeky weekend getaway for next June. Now, this is just a 2-night cruise in and out of Southampton. Excellent if you want to get away with friends, celebrate an occasion, or take the family to discover Royal Caribbean cruising if you've never sailed with them before. Now, it goes on Saturday the 7th of June next year, and the ship is Independence of the Seas. So let's get on board and have a little look around her. She's a very popular ship. She is typical Royal Caribbean because she is full of fun. And this is why we say Royal Caribbean is an amazing choice for families, groups of friends, you know, multi-generations of the same family, because there's plenty for everyone to do. It honestly will keep everybody amused. You've got something for the littlies, you've got the splash parks and all of the, you know, water slides and everything else. Lots of fun for them. Great restaurants and dining where, you know, if it's all of you together, you've got choices there where the whole family can go to a restaurant where they'll find something for absolutely everyone. There is the non-stop buffet, which is just brilliant. The Windjammer, which has so many different choices on it. You'd absolutely love a ship like this. And what I would say is, if you have been, maybe you're someone that watches this channel every single day, but you still haven't yet been on a cruise, and you're thinking, do you know what, the family would love this. We're all safe, we're all in the same place. You know, it's just an easy holiday. It means that you don't have the hassle of working out the travel arrangements, because all you've got to do is get yourself down to Southampton. You park right next to where the ship is. You can see the ship from the car park, and talk to us about parking as well. We can help you with that, not a problem. So you park down at the port at Southampton, or make your way down to Southampton. There are various ways of doing it. And then as soon as you're on the ship, that's it. You're on holiday. Much easier and swifter check-in than an airport as well. And then once you're on board, that's it. Go and explore, go and look around. You will be, I mean, a lot of people look at these ships and they think, gosh, that's a very, very big ship. I'll tell you, the only time you feel that size is when you're outside the ship about to get on it. You look at it and you think, gosh, that's big. But then when you're on it, somehow you lose that sense of space. And the great thing about having a slightly larger ship is that there's more to do. There's more choices of restaurants. There's more activities that you can get involved with. You can see the great time that everyone's happening here. You know, so much the better if the weather's great. But you know what? It doesn't have to be great. In fact, some of the best times you can have, I mean, what happens if it rains and you're on holiday in the Lake District, the Peak District, down in Cornwall or whatever? What happens if it rains? I mean, everyone's heads inside, either the hotel or the holiday cottage or wherever you're staying. And, you know, there's not many choices, is there? When you're inside a cruise, if it's raining outside, never a problem, because there's so much going on the inside. I mean, you might want to go up and do the flow rider in the rain. That might be quite a nice experience, but you also might like to go ice skating. You might try out boxing for the first time. That'd be quite fun to do with the family. And again, there's something for all ages. You'd see them, they were doing line dancing there. And there's a nightclub on board. There's kids clubs for all ages as well, which is great. So, and loads of entertainment, from big production shows, live game shows, live entertainment in lounges and bars. Honestly, it's a brilliant time. Take this 2-night cruise and you'll want to do it again and again and again. So this is just 2 nights. So you're going over to Zeebrugge, which is the port in Belgium for Bruges. You can go into the city and have a little wander there. You can stay on board the ship if you want to. It's completely up to you. You might just want to enjoy the cruise ship experience. You might also want to go in and sample the delights of Bruges, which include a very lively chocolate museum. Of course, the Belgian waffles are everywhere. You can smell them in the air. What we did when we went to Belgium, all of the Cruise1st TV team, we went on a cruise last year and popped into Belgium for the day. And it wasn't the greatest day weather-wise, as far as I can remember, but we had chips. And they were good. And they were different because they were Belgian chips. There you go. That was enough for us. That was our memory of our day in Bruges and the Chocolate Museum, which is very, very interesting indeed. So this is your chance with the family to, or maybe just you and your other half, to go and sample cruising for the first time over a weekend in June next year. 2 nights on Independence of the Seas, full board, and there is so much included. In and out of Southampton to Zeebrugge in Belgium, of course, the port for Bruges. And I think the price tag on this, deposit again today on this one, just £150 each. And there's your price tag for the 2-night cruise, which is amazing. Now, of course, that's the price per person based on 2 sharing. And of course, you can share with more than 2 people. You can have more than 2 people in your cabin as well. So again, talk to the team about that, because you might want to go away with friends and you're all happy to share the same cabin because you'll be off doing stuff most of the time on a 2-night cruise. So talk to the team. The reference you need is RC586. Just call the number 0800 953 4700. Just quote that reference to the team. They'll bring up all the details and get you booked in. And there are lots and lots of chances to sail on this ship, Independence of the Seas, in 2025. She's doing a number of cruises from 2 nights up to 12 nights around Europe, out of Southampton from May all the way through to October. Talk to the team. And then at the end, just one more thing I need to tell you, at the end of her season next year on the 16th of October, she's off to Miami for the winter, to the Caribbean. We've got a package for that repositioning cruise from Southampton out to Miami. It's called RC517 and it sails out from the UK to Miami. We've got a 3-night hotel stay in Orlando on that one as well. So again, if you're interested in that, talk to the team on the same number. Here's the upgrade prices for this weekend getaway then on Indy. Ocean View, £29 more. I don't think I've ever seen such a low Ocean View upgrade price. It's ridiculous, isn't it? That's like the price of lunch, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Lovely. You've got your balcony upgrade price there as well if you want to check out balcony cruising for the very, very first time. Lovely. And you've got a suite price as well, so you might well be treating each other to a special, maybe it's going to be a proposal or something like that. Maybe this is early planning for, you know, a special proposal that might take place on this weekend. So maybe you'll do that in a suite. I don't know. I'm just romanticizing. Anyway, that's all the details for that one. Call us now if you are interested, 0800 953 4700. Thank you so much for being with us here at Cruise1st TV. Now, we're on Sky 681 all day long. And of course, you can watch us all the way through the day and night, 2 places on our website at cruise1st.tv and on our YouTube channel as well. So we are live there and all the shows you can watch on demand as well, which is brilliant. Now, as we head towards 25 years in the cruise business, let's show you why the nation chooses to cruise with us.
With over 20 years of travel experience, when booking with Cruise1st, you're dealing with the cruise specialists. We can tailor-make the perfect holiday for you, adding hotel stays and exciting land tours so you can fully immerse yourself in the destinations you're visiting. As a fully bonded member of APTA and Atoll Protected, you have the peace of mind that your booking is safe with us. We've been on your TV screens for over a decade, and we guarantee the best cruise prices. If you find one of our offers cheaper elsewhere on TV, then we'll match or beat that price. We allow you to spread the cost of your holiday with many of our deals. Just pay a deposit today, and then you have until your due date to pay your balance. Plus, we're one of the highest rated cruise agents on Trustpilot, with over 6,000 independent reviews, so you can be fully confident when booking your next holiday with Cruise1st.
Lovely. And of course, there are so many offers there. But if you'd rather talk to someone, of course, just call us. We are here 7 days a week, by the way. So even if it's the weekend, even if it's Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening, because we're not used to being able to do things like this on a Sunday, you absolutely can. Our team will be standing by and ready to talk to you. Next, we are off to Spain, Portugal, and the Canaries when we need to see the sun most. In October. Well, actually, I say October. I mean, it could be any month of the year, couldn't it? Quite frankly, that we need to see the sun outside of this country. But October, we're pretty guaranteed for dark and dinge here. So let's get away for 2 weeks of cruising now with P&O Cruises on Britannia. Britannia's wonderful. She gets so many rave reviews and people go back for repeat cruises again and again and again. She's an amazing ship. She's lovely. And P&O Cruises, honestly, they make life so simple because they are, again, they're like our cruise line. They're just perfect for Brits. You know, you don't have to take adapters for, you know, the things that you want to plug in, which is great. When you spend on board, if you're treating yourself to anything, I mean, I've got a drinks package offer for this for you if you want to add a drinks package, but if you're paying for things as you go, specialty dining, spa treatments, whatever, you're doing it in pounds so you know what you're spending. You're not thinking, right, okay, well, what's that in pounds? Because I can just see the dollar price. You don't have any of that. You've got silly things as well. You can make a cup of tea in your cabin when you want to, and sometimes, you know, first thing in the morning, do you know what, you know, when you just think, oh, I really need a cup of tea, but you know, it means I'm going to have to get dressed and go off to the buffet or whatever. You know, on a P&O cruise, you don't need to do that. You can do exactly what you would do when you're at home, is, you know, just go to the kettle in your PJs, make yourself a nice cup of tea, go back to bed for another half an hour, which is lovely. That's the other great thing about a cruise. No one is coming round with a bell at 9 o'clock in the morning saying, right, come on, up you lazy lot, you know, out you get, it's time for your daily exercise. There's no kind of, I mean, certain things are to the clock, you know, dining times in the main restaurants, if you've got a slot booked for main dining and that's the way you want it, then yeah, you know, you've got times for things like that, and shows will have times. But other than that, you're pretty free and easy to do what you want and when you want, which I think is really great. It's lovely. It's nice to be able to, when it comes to food, you can literally just follow your stomach. You think to yourself, right, okay, I want the full sit down, slap up meal tonight. And sometimes you just think, do you know what? I'd just be happy with a couple of slices of cold meat and some salad. You know, no problem whatsoever. You've got all of those choices as well, which I love. And look at these wonderful pools. Plenty of lounges for everyone, plenty of entertainment for everyone on board as well. And in fact, as you know, P&O Cruises really do invest in their entertainers as well. You often find on a lot of the ships, actually, there are sort of big acts that you absolutely know the name of and know the songs from, which is great. But there's lots going on around the whole ship. And she's a lovely, smart ship as well. People love cruising with P&O Cruises because it does feel very, very smart as well, which I love. Plenty of shopping on board because people also worry as well before going on their first cruise. Well, what if I haven't got so-and-so with me? Well, plenty of shopping on board. And don't forget, in the ports, there are shops there as well. So if you need anything, you can shop on the way round, and you can buy lots as well because we're no fly. So out of Southampton, we're on a 2-week cruise here, 3 days at sea to Madeira first, which is a Portuguese island out there, which is lovely. Wonderful botanical gardens, the cable car ride up to the top and the toboggan ride down might be best in October. Next, we're off to La Palma in Palma de Mallorca. The wonderful cathedral there is just lovely to wander around. And of course, you know what, we're heading down to the part of the world where we're talking year-round sunshine. So this is where we're really starting to warm up. And now we're in the Canary Islands. How many people that you know holiday in the Canary Islands in the winter? And why do they do that? They do that because they are guaranteed warmth, they are guaranteed sunshine and blue skies. And in October, it's a time of the year when we really need to see those things because, you know, we don't always have the greatest of summers here in the UK. Gran Canaria is wonderful. You port into Las Palmas in the north of the island, but there are plenty of trips around the island you can take. Next, we are off to Lanzarote. I mean, the longer we can spend in the Canary Islands, the better, because one, they're all very, very beautiful. too. They seem to have, you know, just much better tasting ice cream than we have here. And ice cream's always good in the sun anyway, isn't it? It's just lovely. I love the Canaries. Next, we're over to Spain, into Cadiz, which is wonderful. This is one of the ports for Seville. You can take a cruise along the river here. Wonderful, relaxing views. I've done that myself and visited the Alcazar Palace, which is absolutely stunning. The gardens of that are just amazing. Next, we pop into Lisbon in Portugal, another city I know well and absolutely love. Going to the Bar Holt, which is very, very smart. You've got the little trams that take you around and a wonderful aquarium there as well. Then we have 2 days at sea and we are back into Southampton. Lovely 2 weeks away. Just perfect. And of course it is going to get you some sunshine down in the Canaries as well. That I can almost guarantee, unless there's some big change in the old flow of the whatever it's called, the jet streams and things, you're pretty much guaranteed sunshine any time of the year, any month of the year down in the Canaries. And it is lovely to get away at that time of the year, because there's a lot of people who take their holidays in the peak season as well. A lot of people with children, etc., will take their holidays in the peak summer season. So it's quite nice to slip away for a couple of weeks in October, because there's not so many people away. Your photos get more views on your social media for holidays that you take just that little bit later. So this is a wonderful getaway, as I said, for some sun, get a bit of colour. Nice, down in the Canaries, Portugal and Spain in October, over 14 nights to and from Southampton. Gratuities are included and low deposits today starting from just £169 per person. And your price tag for this date, the 4th of October, is 1129 per person. As you can see, there are other dates running pretty much from now through to October this year and April to October next year as well. So if you want to do a bit of forward planning for next year, you can. If you want to go sooner this year, you can as well. And I was talking about the drinks package earlier. If you add the classic drinks package while you're on the phone to our team, that's a phone by the way, while you're on the phone to our team, we'll discount the price of that package for you. So talk to our team. It's always worth talking to our team, because we'll cut as many corners as we can and save as many pounds as we possibly can. And it's our team. We only do cruise, remember. You know, we don't book, you know, 2-week holidays in Torremolinos and things like that. We are Cruise1st, as our name suggests, so we specialise in cruise. So our team have been on the ships, they know the ships, they know where the hot deals are for you. Talk to them, because you'll be so glad that you did, and you'll be back again and again and again. So it's 0800 953 4700, PO312 if you want the 4th of October this year, and if you want any of the other dates here, so from now to October this year and next year, April to October, then just talk to the team. Right, let's go and have a look, shall we, at the upgrade prices on this one. Obviously, remember the price varies by date, so this price is applicable to the 4th of October. It is an incredible opportunity. It is a close to home cruise, and yet you feel like you're really going somewhere. Maybe you've never been to the Canaries before, maybe you've never been to Spain before. You know, it's wonderful. It's wonderful to drink in the culture of these places. And remember, you can wander in these places if you want to. A lot of these places you port right in the city, you can go and wander, but there are organised excursions as well, which you can treat yourself to, and then be part of an organised group to go and see some of the big highlights, and they'll make sure that you're back on the ship in plenty of time for it sailing away as well, which is brilliant. Listen, I hope that's been useful, because I mean we've got 3 fabulous ideas under our belt there for cruising close to home if you prefer not to fly. Brilliant ideas. There are plenty of cruises in and out of the UK to lots and lots of different places. Listen, you can go out to the Caribbean by sailing to the UK as well. So don't think because you don't fly or you prefer not to that you can't go on holiday around the world. You absolutely can. Any other questions you've got, always call the team. There's no such thing as a silly question, I promise you. 0800 953 4700. Thank you for your company. Listen, you just stay right where you are. It's us that's changing, because there's another show on the way in just a couple of moments. See you in a bit.